is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded to several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you've got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate. So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe forget about last year's finish.
Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. He might want another play. Trying to convert the 3rd down. Here's Raiola. Finds the tight end. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Hey, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got it run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Now they'll try the right side. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, It's where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Making side adjustments here. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got room on the return. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they turn it into a defensive score.
I mean, does the start get any better for this defense? You force a 3rd down, passing situation, great pass defense. Not only that, break on the football, make the interception, and take it.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. And no chance at a return. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. Here's Raiola to throw. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. It's Moore. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Fires left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Going to the running game. Still running at the 40. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like you mentioned, the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
Might be calling a hot route. Throwing Raiola. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got a man. It's Moore. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Right back to the well. Tripped up for the tackle. The Ducks in the hurry up. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on third down. Quickly out to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. Raiola. Going for it all. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, it's always nice.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Ducks line it up with a first and goal. Quarterback making checks. Finds his big tight end. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He has 60 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown in the opening drive. But
wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
Got the back over the middle. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. They're down to one timeout left in the half. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Here's Raiola to throw. Looking left. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 50. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got his man on the right. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. They're really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. Wants to go right back downfield. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. It's against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
From the gun on third down, Raiola. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He wants to change this route. Raiola to throw for it on fourth. He fires to the left side. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on fourth down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Hand off from the shotgun. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not quite going to get there. They'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Here's Raiola to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete as he tried to nestle that ball in along the sideline.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Going for it all. Touchdown, Oregon! Buckle up, boys. I think more scores are coming.
That touchdown pass at the end of the half is really going to help out this quarterback's confidence. The extra point's going to give them the lead. You got to feel good heading in at halftime. When you're up on the scoreboard, expect them to keep throwing it around in the second half.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Going to the ground. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. He's now got 78 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
You're welcome. That's what the defensive line just said to the secondary. Ball comes out quick, inaccurate. Why? Because we're getting pressure on the quarterback right away.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Throwing Raiola. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 5 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Longhorns, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Notre Dame lines up quickly. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but you got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Turning it on! by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Gets it almost to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 29, and a solid return there. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication, Dan.
He's loose down the left side. At the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Motion from the back. He'll set up to throw. Here comes the heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Raiola. Here's a heat. Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly. The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Oh, they're after him. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Here's Raiola to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the 1st down.
The hand to the running back. Here's a little room there. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he scores! Touchdown, Ducks!
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense option. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, we've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. No huddle here for the offense.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he got loose. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
To the air on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Wants to keep it in the air. Looking for the end zone. Caught. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Notre Dame right back to the line. They'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. The Irish punch back. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. Makes the grab. It's Bear. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On the move. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Quarterback making adjustments. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Maybe a crease. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like quick.
They'll have a first down here. Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Here's Raiola to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Nice job by the quarterback, evading the rush, getting outside the pocket, and then not turning the football over. It's so hard not to try to force the football down the field. Good job. Incompletion, next play.
Raiola from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the left. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, man. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. The offense changing the play. Throwing Raiola. It's complete on the right side. Could not make his way to the corner. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Pressure coming. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The Irish use their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They bring an extra DB onto the field as they try to stop this fourth quarter score. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.